In the landscape of modern business, the importance of strategy cannot be overstated. Every organization, whether a startup or a multinational corporation, relies on well-defined strategies to navigate the complexities of the market. But here's the catch: crafting a great strategy is only half the battle. The real challenge lies in the implementation, and that's where many organizations stumble. It's a sobering statistic, but studies show that only about 30% of companies successfully execute their strategies. So, what goes wrong? Why do so many organizations fail to turn their strategic visions into reality? Let's start by defining what we mean by strategy implementation. At its core, strategy implementation is the process of putting a chosen strategy into action. This involves setting clear goals and objectives, developing detailed action plans, assigning responsibilities, and allocating resources to achieve desired outcomes. It sounds straightforward, doesn't it? But the reality is far more complex. Each organization is unique, and the factors influencing the success of strategy implementation can vary greatly. Yet, there are common pitfalls that many organizations encounter. One of the most significant factors contributing to strategy implementation failure is a lack of top management support. Imagine trying to build a house without a solid foundation. That's what it's like for an organization lacking commitment and direction from its leaders. When top management does not clearly articulate the goals of the strategy, or fails to allocate necessary resources, the entire implementation process is jeopardized. Employees look to their leaders for guidance. Without that support, confusion and frustration can quickly set in. It's essential for top management to not only endorse the strategy, but to actively champion it, ensuring that everyone in the organization understands and is aligned with the vision. Closely related to this is the issue of clarity and direction. If an organization does not communicate its goals effectively, employees can feel lost. They might be working hard, but without a clear understanding of what they are working towards, their efforts can become misaligned. This lack of clarity can stem from poor communication practices or a failure to involve employees in the decision-making process. When employees don't feel informed or valued, their engagement diminishes, leading to a disjointed implementation effort. To combat this, organizations need to prioritize transparent communication and foster an inclusive environment where employees feel empowered to contribute their ideas and perspectives. Then there's the critical aspect of employee engagement and involvement. It's not enough to simply hand down a strategy and expect everyone to fall in line. Employees who feel disconnected from the strategy are less likely to invest their time and energy into making it a success. This disengagement can manifest in various ways, from lack of motivation to outright resistance to change. Organizations must cultivate a culture where employees feel a sense of ownership over the strategy. This can be achieved by involving them in the planning stages, seeking their feedback, and recognizing their contributions. When employees see that their input matters, they are more likely to rally behind the strategy and work collaboratively towards its success. Another common pitfall is the failure to properly define and manage the implementation process itself. It's crucial to recognize that implementation is not a one-time event but an ongoing process. Many organizations underestimate the importance of having a well-structured implementation plan. They may have a clear vision, but lack the detailed steps needed to bring that vision to life. This can lead to chaos as employees grapple with unclear roles and responsibilities. Organizations must invest time in defining their implementation processes, ensuring that everyone understands their roles and the overall timeline. It's about creating a roadmap that guides the organization through the complexities of implementation. Communication and coordination are also vital. When departments work in silos, the risk of misalignment increases significantly. The lack of communication can lead to misunderstandings, duplicated efforts, and wasted resources. To avoid these pitfalls, organizations should establish clear lines of communication and encourage collaboration across departments. Regular updates and meetings can help keep everyone informed and aligned, ensuring that the implementation process runs smoothly. Of course, we can't ignore the impact of inadequate resources. Imagine trying to execute a grand vision without the necessary tools at your disposal. Whether it's financial constraints, a shortage of skilled employees, or outdated technology, a lack of resources can severely hinder strategy implementation. Organizations must conduct thorough assessments to ensure they have the necessary resources in place before embarking on their strategic initiatives. This means not only financial resources, but also human capital, having the right people with the right skills to execute the plan effectively. Unrealistic expectations are another trap that organizations often fall into. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of a new strategy and set lofty goals. However, when those expectations are not grounded in reality, disappointment can ensue. Employees may feel overwhelmed by unattainable targets, leading to burnout and disengagement. To avoid this, organizations should set realistic goals and timelines, ensuring that everyone understands what is achievable. It's about striking a balance between ambition and practicality. Changing priorities can also derail strategy implementation. In today's fast-paced business environment, organizations must be agile and adaptable. However, constant shifts in focus can create confusion and disrupt progress. When priorities change, it's essential to communicate those changes clearly and ensure that everyone is aligned with the new direction. A comprehensive review of the original strategy may be necessary to ensure it still aligns with the organization's goals and objectives. Let's not forget about the role of incentive systems in strategy implementation. Poorly designed incentive structures can lead to unintended consequences, demotivating employees instead of encouraging them. If employees feel that their efforts are not recognized or rewarded appropriately, their engagement will wane. Organizations must ensure that their incentive systems align with desired behaviors and outcomes. This means creating a clear link between performance and rewards, fostering a culture where employees feel motivated to contribute to the strategy's success. Complexity and the emergence of new issues can also pose significant challenges. As organizations implement their strategies, they may encounter unforeseen obstacles that require quick thinking and adaptability. The key is to have a clear plan in place for addressing these challenges. This plan should include contingencies for various scenarios, ensuring that the organization can pivot as needed. By being prepared for complexity, organizations can navigate the unpredictable landscape of strategy implementation more effectively. Lastly, it's important to recognize that implementation is an ongoing process, not a one-off event. Organizations must view strategy implementation as a journey that requires continuous attention and effort. Regularly monitoring progress, making adjustments, and celebrating successes along the way can help keep the momentum going. By fostering a culture of continuous improvement, organizations can enhance their chances of successfully implementing their strategies. In conclusion, strategy implementation is a multifaceted challenge that requires careful planning, clear communication, and active engagement from all levels of the organization. By understanding the common pitfalls and taking proactive steps to address them, organizations can increase their chances of turning their strategic visions into reality. It's about creating an environment where everyone feels empowered to contribute, where communication flows freely, and where resources are allocated effectively. Remember, a great strategy is only as good as its execution. So, let's commit to making strategy implementation a priority and pave the way for success.